The weekly Bitcoin MACD is about to be having a bearish crossover for the first time in 300 days. And right now I am shorting Bitcoin and making more than $4,000 in profit. I will give a brief update on my short position. I will talk about the CME gap that exactly got filled up and many more important charts that are indicating if we are potentially going to retest this very important support level around the $25,000 to $24,000. So don't forget to slap up that like button on today's video. Can we smash it back above 500? That will be amazing, and let's jump straight away in towards the content. Like I've said in my previous videos, once we create that CME gap, if Bitcoin creates CME gaps, it usually tends to get filled up within 3 to 4 days after creation. And like you can see, this time around we create the CME gap, and then approximately 2 to 3 days later, we already filled up the gap. What is definitely a very common thing to happen. And like I've been saying for a while on the channel, 95% of all the CME gaps always tend to get filled up. So this one again got filled up, and if we were looking at the 1 hour time frame, we saw that symmetrical triangle got created. We broke down of it, and currently basically we can see that we're all the way back down here towards $26,000. And what we can see right now on the imminent short term is that actually Bitcoin is becoming very exponential in its drop towards the downside. The first was of course a less exponential move towards the downside, but right now it looks to be it's becoming more and more exponential. So maybe we are right now in an exponential dump towards the downside. So that could mean of course some bearish things for the imminent short term for Bitcoin. So make sure to keep your eyes wide open on that. But what I'm really looking at in this entire range right here is this very important support level. So you can see previously around this level provided support. After that, this level significantly turned in towards resistance, like you can see right here. We broke above it, we flipped it into support, and right now we broke below it and actually flip it into resistance yet again. So Bitcoin is once again trading below the 27.5k, what is definitely a very bearish thing to see right now for the Bitcoin price action, because this was basically the level that was holding up Bitcoin. And if we're right now looking at the 4-hourly time frame or just on a bigger perspective, we can clearly see the price action of Bitcoin is heading down. The price action of Bitcoin is creating lower highs. Indeed, like you can see, we're creating lower highs together with lower lows. So we're seeing a significant downtrend getting enabled for Bitcoin. What right now makes it extremely likely for me that this trend is actually going to continue. So yeah, let's see where it is going to be heading towards. But in my opinion, it's actually going to be extremely likely to see this trend continue towards the downside, since we already have been trading in a significant downtrend on that 4-hourly time frame. So be on alert for that one as well. Ever since we basically broke below 27.5k again, it could be meaning that we're going to see some more bearish targets. And you may be wondering, what are the bearish targets we're currently looking at? Of course, this is the 12-hour resistance line. You can see we got rejected every single time basically we touch this level. And you may be wondering, okay, but Rover, where could I expect Bitcoin support is going to get found? And I've been talking about this level for many times in the past. You can see it right here. Previously, once the Luna collapse was there, we found support on $25,000, and once we broke below it after that, we saw that this level, the $25,000, acted as resistance. Then we had this FTX collapse, we moved down, we recovered all the way back towards the upside, and what level flipped into resistance again? Exactly, it was at $25,000 to $24,000. So if Bitcoin will ever see a retest of this level, it will be a gigantic opportunity. And also, if I will be opening up the VPVR, we can see something very important happening, because basically from off $25,000 all the way down here, we can see that there's a big block of support in terms of volume getting created, what means that there's a lot of volume trade between this level, what means this is a very big level of support for Bitcoin. So that is why I think if Bitcoin is going to fall lower, and if it continues the downtrend we're currently trading in, because we've been clearly seeing that on the 4-hourly time frame, I don't really expect we're going to necessarily see Bitcoin go all the way down to $20,000. Of course it's possible, because on the $20,000, the biggest support is there, like you can see in the volume. The majority of the volume is traded around $20,000 to $21,000. So yeah, if Bitcoin really falls below $25,000, $24,000, $20,000 to $21,000 is really the level to be looking at. But basically what we can currently see here is that there's a lot of volume support trading below us. Of course, in this range between $26,000 and $25,000, there's almost no volume support, what means that we are probably not going to find that strong support here. And that is why I exactly think that $25,000 to $24,000 is going to probably be the bottom for Bitcoin. And that is why we'll be opening up a gigantic Bitcoin long position on that exact level right there. I've been shorting Bitcoin ever since the top right here. I've been bullish on Bitcoin on the lows right here. I've been bullish on Bitcoin on the low right here. And I've turned bearish on Bitcoin on exactly $31,000 exactly the top, literally exactly the top. And right now I'm going to continue to be bearish. As soon as we reach this level, I'm going to turn bullish again. So I'm about to be flipping bullish again. It's not going to take much longer. So currently I'm still in a short position, and of course as soon as I flip bullish, I'm going to be opening up long positions again. Of course, if we do see a significant pump, I'm going to get stopped out of my short position. I'm probably going to turn bullish as well, but for the imminent short term right now, it doesn't really make sense for me to be opening up a long position right here, because the chances for me to pick, of course, that good move towards the upside from here on far less exponential than the other way around, right? Of course, there are still very big opportunities that Bitcoin is going to see a significantly bounce from this level, because currently, if you're looking at the 200 weekly moving average, you can see that we're literally trading on support for it, and also the weekly EMA ribbon, we're literally trading on that support level. And for the bears, I've also got an argument, because on the weekly time frame, we're seeing the MACD about to cross bearish for the first time ever, and if I'm going to put vertical lines on all the times we basically cross bearish in the MACD on the weekly time frame, we can see that every single time once the MACD crosses bearish, it is really indicating us we're about to be having a significant move towards the downside. So if this signal really occurs, I'm going to take it very seriously, and probably it's going to occur in approximately 3 to 4 days here. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. Maybe if we do see an even more significant dump over the course of this weekend, it could already happen right now, but we're probably going to be expecting a confirmation in the next week. So make sure to be on the lookout for that. But historically speaking, once the MACD really crosses bearish, it's a very bearish thing for the price action of Bitcoin. You can see also that the volatility is still extremely low for the price action of Bitcoin. So the big move we've been waiting for is still not yet here, but it will be coming around anytime soon here. And if I'm looking at Bitcoin in terms of its flag, we do know we're still creating a gigantic bull flag. What is definitely still a bullish bias pattern. It could still break bearish, but we're in a bigger perspective still just consolidating and waiting for the next gigantic move on the price action of Bitcoin. So that was it for me in today's update video. I really think Bitcoin is major support is going to get found around $24,000 to $25,000. That is my target, and we're about to be having that bearish cross on the MACD, what you should really take very seriously, because many people are not looking at this very seriously. Well, in fact, historically speaking, this indicator has really predicted some very big moves in the market. So make sure to pay attention towards that. But that was it for me on today's update video. If you're interested in trading, don't forget to check out the links in the description, because you can right now claim insane deposit bonuses after signing up an account using the link in the description. But that was it for me on today's update video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.